Revelio.
Help! I've been kidnapped!
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear, that sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me, of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So, back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being mad.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
Revelio.
Hear about this?
Revelio.
It's an outrage. No one makes a fool of me.
Revelio.
变远了。找不到呢。
Revelio.
Somebody help! I've been...
Glacier. Revelio.
没有，就这个。
to finally have an answer as to why.
What was the ministry?
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Mew.
Revelio.
I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside. Mind where you're going.
Revelio. Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
He truly is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Revelio.
Talk about them taking down that troll in the village square.
Stop right there.
I'm happy to keep all the
Reparo.
gold is gold.
Perhaps it's dinner I'm hearing.
Revelio. I know what that means. Merlin trial. Focus Totalis. I should investigate.
Made a claim. Do that again. You will pay for your deeds.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Alohomora.
Well, it's about time. It's a wonder
Revelio.
there's anything left of me.
Calm down. I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Ah.
哦，我看到下面有一个，难怪美术失败。难怪美术少一个。还有哪一个
？Revelio.
还有吗？啊，可恶！那边开始。哎呦！哎呦！
Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Repulsor. Revelio. Repulsor. Accio. Revelio.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Who lived here, I wonder? Revelio. Flipendo. Deposit. Revelio. Repulsor. Revelio. Repulsor. Confringo. Repulsor. Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do. The name is Rohan Prakash, and welcome to the oldest shop in the region.
Is that right? How long have you been in business?
Well, I've only been running it a short time myself, but my father ran it for many years before he fell ill.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry about your father.
Oh, he's still around. Would love to be doing what I'm doing. Until he is able, however, I will gladly manage it for the both of us. But for now, a word about your health and safety. I assume you're as concerned as the rest of us about the Goblin Uprising, the Dark Wizards, even the Dugbogs have gone mad. But our shop can sell you any number of supplies that will help to keep you safe from all of that. Please have a look, and do come back. You're always welcome here.
Thank you, Mr. Prakash. Best of luck to you and your father.
I appreciate your words.
And what do you have for sale?
An excellent purchase. Thank you kindly for your business. Thank you. I hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Potato! You'll need a big Confringo! What have you done?
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Be off to the tavern after that.
Revelio.
Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss, so it better not be a trick. You've made... that worries. What have you done?
Alohomora. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. 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 Revelio. 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 Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. animals won't get the best of me.
Take me out of here immediately! You'll be sorry if I catch a flea. Are you listening to me? Get me out!
Revelio.
An honest day's work from honest...
What is the meaning of this? This isn't the Three Broomsticks!
No, it's not. It's the Hogshead.
Did you fall into a cauldron of stupid potion? You've brought me to the wrong place! It's absolutely vile in here.
It's no Three Broomsticks, that's for certain.
Please, you can't mean to leave me here. Please.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Enjoy your new home.
I'd normally toss the both of you out. But I like the look of the fancy man. Target practice.
Bastards.
Not saying I don't care.
Pushing a plow is good fun.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Beldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice. Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, He's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the Ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the Ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse and fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the Ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous, until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
I wonder if Ranrock and his crew are in there. No sign of Lodgok out here. He must be inside already.
今天好热。
Revelio. Look at the size of this one. This place is teeming with Ranrock's loyalists. I have to keep my wits about me. This cart ought to get me deeper into the mine. Just like Gringotts, but I'm in the driver's seat this time.
Something seems wrong.
How deep will this take me, I
Ranrock's
wonder?
gonna be pleased with our progress.
Who was on that car?
Yeah, but it's part, will ya?
That has to be the end up ahead. Revelio. Incendio. I wonder where these pipes go. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Revelio.
好像也不是往这边啊。
Revelio. Bombarda. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Flipendo. Lumos. Repulsor. Just like Gringotts. But I'm in the driver's seat this time.
Something seems wrong.
How deep will this take me?
Ranrock's gonna be pleased with our progress.
Who was on that car?
Park, will ya?
That has to be the end up ahead.
慢慢碌碌，你要慢慢碌碌。你为什么还是换平台啊？ 修巡逻车，为什么要修巡逻车？
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. I need to keep going forward somehow.
现在因为重叠所以拉错。 哈利波特的引流什么意思？什么意思啊？有啊，观众数不知道什么意思，我还是不太懂你在讲什么。
Back in. Guardian Leviosa.
你最近在锋芒什么东西啊？
Revelio.
“堕落之王”是什么？好喜欢那款游戏哦。
Revelio.
Oh, 我对这款游戏没辙啊。
Enjoy suffering, do ya?
Rest easy, my
Revelio. Incendio.
免费游戏哦？为什么免费啊？是定送的吗？还是？哦 ，Plus 送，应该也是要高级会员吧？怎么领的？你快去买方向盘啊！你 你可以玩那个什么地平线玩到疯哦。
Revelio.
地平线内容超多的。
Accio. Better to get on one of those than try to jump across.
哦，是哦。他们都是双类魂，讨厌。
Confringo. Revelio.
那这种游戏我都没什么兴趣。怪，为什么又拉不动？这样就拉得动，他每次都这样子，那我瞄不对。我已经好久没有去领那个 Plus 游戏了，就感觉他都没有送什么我想要玩，所以后来我就懒得领。
Who's there? What's going on with the little moon calf? Far from home. You look tired. Squid, I'll find you.
Revelio.
好烦哦！你不知道发现我就对了。
Is that the best you can do? That's embarrassing, isn't it?
那我就更没有兴趣了，感觉就是一个很整人的游戏。
Rather unwise coming back this time.
You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. Ranrock is here. I only hope Lodgok doesn't cross paths with him.
反正会玩到让人家生气的游戏，我都放弃。
Where does this one lead? Off the beaten path, I suspect. Incendio should be enough to light these flames. Incendio! Revelio.
2013年，13年前的游戏哦。你会觉得时间突然过很快。13年前的游戏。我还等17号，17号快到了，这礼拜就可以玩到了。
Revelio.
17号你会买吗？
Revelio.
特别来拿个脚凳。你想想，不然就看我玩完之后再想啊。看我玩，觉得好玩再买。我当先行测试者。
Revelio. I hope I can get to Ranrock before Lodgok does. Revelio.
Another drill is complete. The wizarding world will crumble.
I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's loyalists. Stupefy.
Do you find this animal? Oh, that was meant for me. Snap that. You can't stop me. I've been fighting since before you were born.
我靠，这边打，然后可能打了9过，来给这边打。哎呦，这样自己撞上去这样。
I'll bury you in a deep. I won't rest. Dead. Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
效够华丽了吧？这是拿1打1的。我先诅咒他，然后再打他，他就会喷出诅咒到别人身上。 刀超好用。哎呦，还有谁啊？你给我把毒气拿来，我扔！站起来啊！恭喜你！
Revelio. Bombarda.
毁了你的小车车。
That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another.
I found this one lurking outside.
Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
I came to stop this.
What is this you've brought me? It cannot be. All this time, you knew where it was.
还没啊，这里是主线啊。
Don't!
Are you all right?
I'll never understand you, Lord Gok. So gullible. That witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful.
我觉得这款做的是
They
蛮
are
细致
caught
的
to
耶，你
hide
可以玩玩
their
看。
disgust for us as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time chasing a child. And my little brother
他是他
knew
弟
where
哦
it。was all along. But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind.
哇，挂了。
Avada Kedavra!
Poor Lodgok. Dead by his brother's hand. No wonder he tried so hard to reason with him. Revelio. Now to get out of this blasted place. I'll send word to Fig to meet me in the map chamber. He and the keepers need to know Ranrock has that journal and knows where the final repository is.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
我倒个水。
Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Here. Revelio. What do you have in store for me this time? Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Confringo! Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. That's that. Settled.
哦，42给太多了。
I hope Professor Fig got my owl. I need to tell him and the Keepers that Ranrock knows where the last repository is.
According to the owl I received, Ranrock is moving more quickly than we could have anticipated.
This is grave news indeed. We had hoped for more time to discuss the best path forward.
Let us hear what the student has to say.
Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bradbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok and Ranrock were brothers. Lodgok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bradbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bradbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this? He didn't know what we were containing.
Isadora told Bradbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Her memories showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. and a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves. The next trial will involve an exceptional level of magical skill and a nuanced ability to interact with beasts. Find a face of stone and tendrils. I should advise you that you must engage with any beast that is part of the trial on your own. Professor Bakar will meet you in his pensive room.
An exceptional level of magical skill? Nuanced ability to interact with beasts? I suppose we should begin our search for a face of stone and tendrils, whatever that may be.
Very well.
Professor Weasley has been keeping an eye on me. Perhaps we should meet there, so she has no reason to raise concerns with Professor Black. I shall see you near the coast. Perhaps then you can tell me a little more about the memories of Isadora that you witnessed.
突然觉得我离那个 FF4越来越远了，感觉回去玩日期遥遥无期呢。你说这一款吗？你说这一款还是哪一款
？Thank you for stopping by.
这一款我看看。我看看，有写吗？免费的耶！我看看啊，好像没写多少哎，边好像没有特别写在哪里，可是奖杯我拿好少。哦，53小时，这边有写这个。53小时24，所以玩了3-4天去了。主要是因为他的那个什么支线我都有过啊。他这款支线还蛮丰富的吧？该说丰富吗？然后第5上我也解了大半了。哎呦！哇，掉下去了。抬不起来，等一下哦，换一下。
Wingardium Leviosa.
哎，换我掉下去靠背。 Here.
，Wingardium Leviosa.
哎， Wingardium Leviosa。 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 Wingardium Leviosa。
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
就这样。我还要点着那个东西的，就完全不用。
You're here. I have good news. We do not have any of Ranrock's loyalists to contend with. Of course, the bad news is that it's likely because they no longer need to track the Keepers for information.
Revelio. Confringo.
Is that a... It is. I believe I know what must be done. Do you recognize the head sculpted there?
That's a head. I can't say that I do.
It appears to be a fearsome beast known as a graphorn. And the prints carved into the ground lead me to believe that a graphorn will somehow open the way forward.
That's what Professor Rackham meant when he spoke of my needing an ability to interact with beasts.
It would seem so. I do know that the last of a long dynasty of graphorns lives nearby. They call him the Lord of the Shore. I suspect you'll need to bring him here. What happens next, I can't say.
Have you ever subdued a graphorn, Professor?
I have, yes. Years ago, at Stonehenge, of all places. The Ministry still owes me for that favor. It can be difficult, of course. They are massive, after all, but it's not impossible. It's my experience that many of your spells will have no real effect. You'll need to wear him down.
If that's what must be done, I'll do it.
Excellent. I know this area well enough. When you see the remains of a large sea creature, you're in the right place. Now, Professor Rackham made it clear that you must engage with any beast that is part of this trial on your own. So I shall wish you good luck and wait for your return in the map chamber.
Revelio.
我怎么觉得这些老头都要置我于死地了？
This must be the place.
哇，好大的骨头！
Revelio.
那骨头看起来像金鱼。
Very well. Lord of the Shore, show yourself.
到底是什么呢？我靠，好丑！哎，为什么不能用它？我居然还有招式不能用。
You are a fierce one.
Fringo, incendio.
哈哈哈，这招好用！小猫安，再送你一只。
Fringo, incendio. Fabia, Fendo, Leviosa.
哎呦喂，哎呦喂，等等，接下来是这个中国小人橄榄，还是还可以暴走哦，原本就够丑了，还变更丑。
Incendio, Leviosa. Fringo. Fabia, Fendo, Glacius.
好的。
I don't think I can take on any of this. I should think you'd be a bit weak by now.
Fabia, Fendo.
该不会是要抓他吧？试试看，稍微把他带过来，所以我就试试看。 这样也行。
I need your help, friend.
居然就让他提了。新物品解锁。呵呵。哇
Here we go.
新载具出现。
Poachers. Let's see how the Lord of the Shore feels about his neighborhood being invaded.
Potato! Is that all they're teaching in school? Bring it! Requests don't go down easy. No!
You will pay for this. Incendia! You will not survive this fight!
Faster! It'll take more than this to stop the Lord of the Shore. We're crossing that bridge whether you like it or not.
Blammy little fool.
You.
Time for you all to clear out.
That goblin.
No need to race now, my friend. Revelio.
Perhaps Professor Rackham was right to have had faith in you. I still have my reservations. Isadora, as you will see, was not who she seemed. I can only hope that you are. My memories should answer any questions you may have about the power you will need to protect.
Thank you, Professor Bakar. I shall see you back in the map chamber. Revelio.
我拿个东西。水果。哦，这边都不用打怪，直接那个。
Revelio.
有这个最混，这就直接看厨师藤了。
Hello? Isadora? Isadora? Oh, Mr. Morganach, Mr. Morgan?
Son, I'm glad you're here.
Isadora was not at her home.
I know.
Her father... Oh, Percival.
What is it?
It is as though he was stripped not only of his pain, but of all emotion.
Everything is much worse than I feared. Neve was right. Isadora hasn't stopped. I've just learned that she has been wielding that magic on students.
Huh?
We must gather the others.
对学生也太夸张了吧！
I need you to return to your common room, all right?
What have you done?
Take a breath.
Students, Isadora.
Everyone feels pain. And why? Because of your arrogance? Your obsession with secrets? He won't suffer any longer. Not my father, not my students, no one.
Isadora, set down your wand.
Professor, you taught me to hone my power, not throw it away.
I did not teach you this. Expelliarmus!
Huh? 我靠！这么强？那这种就这样干掉了。他居然对人吃这库林兽。
She's alive.
Oh my god!
Revelio. caverns below Hogwarts where you fought Isadora. Is that the location of the final repository?
It is. You see, we could not destroy the strands of emotion Isadora had stolen from so many. So we did all that we could to keep them safe. We also realized that until they could be destroyed, the magic used to create them was a danger to wizard kind. Hence, we became keepers. Keepers of an unfathomable secret. We knew that someday, one with the ability to see traces of ancient magic might be seduced by its power. We built the trials to lead that person to us, to allow them to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge we'd kept hidden and the responsibility that accompanies it.
Have I not proven myself, Professor? I need to get to that repository before Ranrock does.
You have, and you will. But the repository is protected by powerful ancient magic. To enter, you must craft a special wand from the 4 artifacts you found above our pensives.
So the repository is safe from Ranrock for now.
If he is, as you suspect, capable of using the power of the other repository, I fear he will be able to breach our defenses.
Then I must go now and craft this wand. Perhaps Mr. Ollivander will help me.
Another Ollivander? I'm not surprised. As I am sure he will tell you, this wand may be used for only one purpose. Return with the wand, and we will open the way forward.
I shall send an owl ahead to Ollivander. Whilst you visit him, I'll reach out to Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley?
Yes. I may have made an error in judgment by not informing her of Ranrock's intentions earlier. I only hope it's not too late. If Ranrock really is going to try to drill below Hogwarts, we'll need all the help we can get.
All right, Professor. I'll see you soon.
奇怪，什么都没有拿到。银奖杯有拿到7个而已，好多个银奖杯哦。算了，反正我也没有什么特别爱收集奖杯。
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented clue powder.
There's Ollivander's. I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's wand.
Anne's worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb. But now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says he doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can. I hope that my quill has conveyed my message clearly.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near there.
Hello, Mr. Ollivander. I wondered if you might be able to help me with something.
Yes. Professor Fig sent an owl informing me that you'd be coming. He was a bit cryptic. Said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Oh, my. How extraordinary. Remarkable design. I will be honest, I have never crafted a wand in this fashion. Repaired broken wands, of course, but this is something else entirely. Keeping me on my toes, aren't you? I think I can work with what you've brought me. Let me see what I can do. It is done.
好漂亮。
I should warn you, I've never seen a wand like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
我如果去那个什么环球影城哈利波特的话，我应该也会买一把魔杖。
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrock now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance.
而且在那边买感觉就不一样了。
Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
而且那个不是哈利波特展，那就只是个贩售的店而已啊。
Potato! So very sweet.
I'll make Cynthia back at school. How delightful.
Rookwoods don't go down.
Try not to make this too easy for me. I've never seen it. You're not to regret that. That's just the beginning.
Time to teach someone a lesson.
I'm not done with you. What are your thoughts on electricity?
Would you like me to put you down?
Expulso!
Expelliarmus!
No!
You should have joined me.
单挑了吗？哎呦，这个赶紧按着我，愚蠢的家伙
Well done for a child.
还有啊，
Another beast calling my trust.
我靠！
You can't hold out forever.
You disappoint me.
Is that best you can do?
Simplify.
Little circle mistress. You just wait till I come back. I'm just warming up. I'm just currently. You're no match for me.
Crucio.
Well done.
擒贼管先擒王啊！还来啊！你就斗不赢我，你看我的太手按键。废耶！哇，直接碎掉。
Revelio.
根本就是个杀手啊！
I can't believe it. Rookwood's reign is finally over. I'll need to send an owl to Natty right away.
这个时代是
For now, though, I
允
need to
许
get
随
back
意
to the
杀
map
人
chamber
的
and tell Fig what's happened.
允许随意杀人的时代。
Revelio.
真是个愚蠢的人。先把人马与石头啊，人马与石头。
You up to now?
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You made it. At least we're out of the classroom.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library.
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive, especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumor was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumor, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
月长池花园。啊，我已经探索所有的地牢了。
Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
It's another aggressive one.
Incendio. Confringo.
What is going on with them?
Revelio. Incendio.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo.
Revelio.
Confringo.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Oh, 这个。
Accio.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Voipers.
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio.
Accio.
If the Moonstone is here and
Revelio.
so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Whoopers and now this.
Lumos.
Lumos. We need to find moths for those spinners.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Lumos.
Lumos! Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Revelio. Accio.
Revelio. Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos.
It's beautiful.
Lumos. Lumos.
资源很多啊，超级多。
You did it.
当然我是包含那个什么地图上那些小小任务啊，收集任务我也把它算在内了。
I was hoping we don't have to do this again.
因为我是连地图上那些都快解完了，所以就这感觉就像是地图上任务就很像那哈利波特那种，不是哈利波特啊，以前车教条那种满地都是那种任务。
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
就吃很好，你连那种捡地图上面那种小宝箱那种任务那种感觉，就一大堆。可是它比车要好有趣一点点啊。可是实在太多了。
It's even more
好漂亮，
beautiful
而且它
close up.
你看它非常这个风景都做得很漂亮。
I just know it.
它就很多这种就是让人家觉得哇，好漂亮的风景这样。 还有很多这种超漂亮的风景，这样。
Given what sneakers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very good. I was just thinking how it's proof that coaches haven't been here, assuming this is where the moon stood. which means we're one step ahead of them.
It's
like staring directly at the moon.
因为它蛮多风景都让人家觉得还蛮用心在做的。
Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason we went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
我指路也太乱指了吧！原本在后面，我这样跑了一圈。
I think we can safely say we know where the moonstone goes.
Eh, 玻璃兽啊，不是拜月兽，不是玻璃兽。哎，他们跑地上就有长出那个草来了耶。
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met High Wing, actually I got...
还蛮多的啊。
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home.
Huh?
A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
What?
Why didn't you tell me this before? After all our time together.
I'm sorry. I thought about it so many times, but I'm ashamed of who my family is. I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
主要是我觉得他这款游戏的细节做的蛮多的。
I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous, and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving the dragon from the fighting ring, for instance?
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidgets lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
That sounds a fine idea, but I would like to look around a little before we leave.
Of course. I'll just wait here and try not to fall asleep.
我看他地上画什么，看不太出来啊。好像下面一个，哎，对，不就金汉子吗？
I suppose it is rather late, isn't it?
We can head back to the castle if you've seen enough mooncalves one day.
Yeah. Yes, please. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Oh, 不过我今天不能太晚睡，明天还要出差呢。我今天去新竹出差所。哎，圣诞节过了，所以它又变回这样的天空了。不然之前圣诞节的时候，它有那个，还有特别的景色，现在有没有了？
Some days are more difficult than others.
看，现在没有圣诞节景色。
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Of course, you have put an end to Rookwood, and that will benefit many for years to come. With Hollow on the prowl, there can be no real peace. Each day he remains free, he does more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get him. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get him. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
那就这样。就真的只是跟他讲话。
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You swore you wouldn't let Sebastian take this one step further. Yet here we are.
He won't listen to reason.
I should have stopped him before. Sebastian's in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Here. Revelio. Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead, in the great room.
Confringo. Incendio.
Leviosa.
Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
There weren't this many in theory before.
And there's no sign of Sebastian. Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Revelio! Incendio!
Hold on a moment.
Revelio.
I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, She thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were in theory, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating in theory is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian.
Revelio.
Be careful.
Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. These Inferi seem far from control. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Rebellion. Confringo! Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. There's Sebastian.
Isn't this incredible?
Sebastian.
I told you, the relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it, just as I can control the Inferi.
Control? I had to fight Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio relic!
Solomon, don't! The relic!
You'll pay for this!
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer.
啊靠！你用这一招，你居然用这一招，什么都可以用，你居然用这一招。靠，这家要被关到阿兹卡班了。
No!
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done? I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave. Closer. Sebastian, wait!
叫你回来呀！这样对你
Stop, Sebastian! Hold on!
这下麻烦喽。
What is it?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us. Not really.
You
gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it...
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
You did. I would have done the same, if I knew how.
I could teach you.
为了学这一招。好吧，学
No
吧。
time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it.
我刚才骂他还对，我可以改
Hold your
吗
one steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear.
是我觉得还是不应该选帮他欸。
I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
等一下，我现在可以读取吗？我不想要。
Please meet me as soon as possible. I received an interesting owl from Joanna Bickle about
好
Harlem.
吧，看来没有办法，就是学会了。其实我不应该骂他才对的。我看看哦。11:46。算了，我还是不想要赞同他的做法。
I can't let him leave.
我觉得赞同他做法就不太对啊。跑病房。
Sebastian, wait! Stop, Sebastian! Hold on!
What is it?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us. Not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it...
You went too far, Sebastian.
I can't think right now. I need to leave. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
Please meet me as soon as possible. I received an interesting owl from Joanna Bickle about Harlow.
"这样还有机会学到这个吗？哇！立刻击杀敌人呢，真狠！这样我还有机会学到吗？查查看。我看有没有办法写到。 地区要怎么去？
Revelio. 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 Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Oh. 酷哦！这边准备的东西会飞到上面去。
Revelio.
I'll be weeks from Splinter with such interesting notions about how to improve brooms. Is Lower Hogsfield still dealing with that naughty goblin?
所以赫夫哈夫是往这边进去的，我应该没办法进去。赫夫哈夫学院居然是在地下室哦。
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
之前随便都会不小心经过那个地区啊，现在找不到。
Did you get your wish from Did you pick it yourself?
Revelio.
记得不是在这里啊。
I'm saving up. Going for the U-Weaver, or possibly the Silver Arrow.
Professor, could you spare a minute?
How may I help you?
I'm interested in the Goblin rebellions of the past.
Ah, certainly. Their history is part of our history. In fact, you can trace most Goblin rebellions to wizard intervention. More specifically, the laws governing wands and who may legally possess them. The Goblin Rebellion of 1612, for example, arose from Goblin frustration over lack of representation on the Wizengamot. It became a terrible, blood-soaked affair. Take heart, though. Our current peace and prosperity shows that violence can be transitory.
But Hogsmeade was just attacked, Professor.
If I'm not mistaken, and I rarely am, one of the 18th century's rebellions was led by Urg the Unclean. He had been dunked in a pond publicly by a group of young wizards, if you can imagine that. Another rebellion in 1752. The rebellion was so badly mishandled that Minister for Magic Albert Boot was forced to resign. That being said, his replacement, one Basil Flack, lasted mere weeks. Best sort of vindication, if you ask my opinion.
Please, go on.
2 months into Flack's tenure, bad went to worse when the werewolves allied with the goblins. Quite smartly, Flack resigned rather than deal with their combined forces. Minister Flack was succeeded by one Hephaestus Gore, who quickly quashed the Jewel uprisings with his signature brutality. It is worth noting that many historians believe this punitive response led to even more werewolf conflict. You have noted all of this, have you not?
Oh yes, Professor. Please, continue.
Continue? I take it your thirst for knowledge has yet to be quenched.
If you would be so kind, Professor Binns.
I rarely find an audience, captive or otherwise, eager to engage in such historical minutiae.
I find your lectures quite engaging, sir. Thank you for sharing your vast knowledge.
My sincere pleasure. Now, I do believe I should be preparing for my next class. Good day to you.
Professor Black have killed another dog. To beat.
I'd love to have a house in Westmoreland.
Revelio.
找不到呢，吼。查一下。天文学区，黑魔法防御老师。
Can't thank you enough for sorting the bells out.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast a curse that you mentioned.
Oh, which one?
I'd like to learn how to cast the killing curse.
After all that's happened. Very well. You need to be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Are there any other curses you'd like to learn?
That's all I wanted to learn for now. Thank you.
Of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. Let's speak again soon.
Revelio.
好，学会了。好啦，今天玩到这边。好啦， 今天晚上这边了哟，晚安啦，拜拜，拜拜，明天要出差，所以今天要早点走，拜拜。